back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today is the final edition, the final installment of Make Me a Fan of the North. But today's match, they weren't even called the North yet, were they, Pete?
They weren't. This is a time of 2015.
All right, taking it back.
And we are journeying to the magic, the wonderful, the now gone PWG. We're going to go to Reseda.
Reseda building.
We're going to the building in Reseda, and we are going to go to the American Legion, and we're going to see the Young Bucks in their natural habitat.
All right, where they made their name or made their bones.
Oh,
is that fair?
Definitely a very fair statement.
All right, so we got the Young Bucks versus Ethan Page and Josh Alexander. And I'm going to put on my Fast and Furious goggles because the Young Bucks require me to suspend reality in a way that I can't put into words. It's like watching a Fast and Furious movie when they shift 17 times. You just kind of have to forget the laws of physics and the rules, in this case, the rules of wrestling, to appreciate a Young Bucks match. So I'm putting away my hate and putting on my goggles so that I can appreciate the spot fiesta that I anticipate we're about to see. Is that a fair prediction?
This was extremely well reviewed on The Observer, and it was also very highly recommended on Cage Match.
Yeah, but I can't trust Dave Meltzer when it comes to the Young Bucks. That's like asking, well, I won't say that. I was going to be. That's like asking me to be impartial about Southern California wrestling. That's like asking me to be impartial about bar wrestling, or even more, Santino Brothers, because I'm looking at Santino's through love-colored glasses, okay? And it'd be hard for me to be objective when it comes to people I know and love, and Dave Meltzer most definitely loves him some Young Bucks. So I can't take his grade or his score, but I can trust the Cage Match faithful. So I'm expecting this is going to be good. I'm expecting this is going to be prolific and gifted. However, I've been wrong before.
Indeed. So guys, we're going to click play on High Spots right about now.
All right. There was some cool stuff in that match. There was some stuff that drove me crazy in that match. But thanks to my Fast and Furious goggles, I was able to make it through and appreciate it for what it was.
Sure.
I am not going to talk trash. I'm going to appreciate. When I said yesterday how much I love tandem moves, the Young Bucks are kind of the kings of tandem moves.
In their building, in front of their people, wrestling their style of match.
In front of Meltzer.
Well, yeah, Dave's always there.
Well, I didn't know that. So when I said I can't trust his ratings, I sure as hell can't trust his ratings when he's in the building. But you know what? It was an entertaining match. I love the North, even though they were called Monster Mafia at this point. They work well together. They got good moves. They got good stuff. They play off of each other well.
Absolutely.
The Young Bucks,
tandem moves and power tandem moves is really what is something that I think they offer that the Bucks don't, because they just don't have the size and the skill. In that sense, when you have two much bigger guys that are like 20% bigger than both of them.
And I mean, look, the Young Bucks are entertainers, okay? Mm-hmm. I can't really call them wrestlers because what they do isn't necessarily wrestling. But they're a lot of jokes, a lot of comedy stuff. There's a lot of waiting, okay? Not hating, just saying that's kind of the build and the outline of the match. And you said something that is so freaking spot on that I have to show you some love. You said, how can you, or I don't know what your exact words were, but as the crowd's going nuts and they get the Meltzer driver, even I'm excited to see the Meltzer driver. And I'm not a big fan of the Young Bucks. So I'm watching this and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I gotta see it. And they blow a kiss to Dave and everything. I gotta see it. So it was cool. I will say this, however. Let's pretend, and this is, maybe we gotta edit this out, okay? But you and I are a tag team called the Orange County Crush, whatever, right? And so we're gonna do the Orange Crush, right? And we have a tandem finisher called the 5 Freeway. Who knows, right?
Or yeah, I was gonna say the Squeeze.
The Squeeze, all right. I don't know if I would sign to fight the Young Bucks. Because even though I know the crowds are going to go wild, even though I'm probably going to make some money, even though I'm probably going to get a hell of a lot of YouTube views, I feel like, and this is why I'm a little worried about the Revival, or the artist formerly known as the Revival, I feel like it would be a hard match to match my philosophy and what I think makes a good pro wrestling match and what they do. Because people, as we've been studying pro wrestling as students at Santino Brothers, and we're picking apart matches and understanding the different parts of the match and different flow of the match, of course, there's no one winning formula, but there is a tried and true formula. Are you with me on that?
100%.
And so they take the formula and throw it out the window. And I think that works for them and for their fans, but for the masses, and when I say the masses, I mean the millions and millions of pro wrestling fans all over the world, I don't know if it works.
Yeah, no, understood. I think it's a very fair and valid point. that building is very special. Those fans are very special, and that kind of is 1%, and that doesn't necessarily accrue for the other 99.
Well, let's not say. I mean, I see that, but let's give them some. 1% has translated to roughly 650,000 viewers every freaking week.
Oh yeah, no, but at the time, like in the PWG sense, like when you're talking PWG style at the time in the building, it's a very small.
Oh yeah.
Now it's a much larger audience, obviously.
And it feels like, and I see both sides of it, because when I watch Joey Ryan, okay, when I watch Orange Cassidy, who Jim Cornette hates both of them, okay, I happen to love them both. But if you asked me how I felt about them a year ago, I'd have said, who? First of all. Secondly, I would have said, this guy's flipping people with his junk? This dude can't even be bothered to throw a real punch? I hated both those guys when I started this thing back in May, August of last year. So I've been converted. I've been converted because I've been in the building and I felt the electricity and I appreciate it for what it is. It's a tongue-in-cheek, wink, wink, nudge, nudge when it comes to pro wrestling. And I like that, but I like it in a smaller setting.
Sure, and not so in your face.
Not so in your face. And when you're doing it on TV in front of millions of people and it's wink, wink, nudge, nudge, it feels like you're killing the business a little bit.
Sure.
And so again, we made a big left into Young Bucks territory. Let's come on back to the North because those guys are prolific and gifted. I just did a little reading on Josh Alexander. That guy has had a crazy, incredible ride to where he is now. Would you agree?
Oh, 100%. And then in 2016, some stuff came up, and he hadn't been back to the States until about the last year and a half or so.
Crazy.
So, yeah, big props to Josh Alexander for staying active and crushing it up north and just kind of getting everything put together. And glad he's in Impact. Glad we get to see him a lot more often. And I'm glad that he and Ethan Page have the tag team titles, and hopefully for a much, much, much longer time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the dude's overcome some serious obstacles. And I haven't done a lot of research on Ethan Page, and I'm sure he's had his adversity as well. So I don't want to say he's had it easy, okay? I don't think any pro wrestler has ever had it easy, okay? But to see these guys come this far, I guess they started teaming back in 2011, okay, as Monster Mafia, and now to be the world tag team champions in a place that actually appreciates tag team wrestling.
That says a whole lot.
Hell yeah.
It's a whole hell of a lot. Because you look at the people who have had those tag titles before. AMW, Beer Money, Motor City Machine Guns, LAX. I mean, we could go on. SCU. A long list of very, very accomplished tag team people. And this is a company that takes tag team wrestling seriously.
Hell yeah, and I appreciate what these guys have done. So, and make me a fan of the North, I would say mission accomplished. A blind Stevie Wonder can see these guys are amazing, okay? And for that reason, Josh Alexander, Ethan Page, you've earned the Jags badge of Rated PG. You are prolific and gifted. You can send me your address and I'll send you a sticker. Hell, you can send me your address. I'll send you a freaking t-shirt if you really want one. But if I send it, you gotta wear it, okay? So that's kind of the game. What's happening tomorrow, Pete?
So tomorrow we're starting a new series. We're digging in. We're going deep. We're gonna do Jay versus Jay.
Ooh.
Jay Lethal.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a Make Me a Fan of Jay Lethal for you.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Versus Jay Briscoe.
Oh!
And on top of it, just to make it even sweeter, because we have Jay versus Jay, we're gonna have title versus title. The Ring of Honor Television Championship versus the Ring of Honor World Championship. Both titles on the line. Winner takes all.
Wow.
And the best part yet, the cherry on top.
Damn.
The building that they're doing it in was where Impact Rebellion was supposed to be at.
Okay.
So you get to see the building that Impact will run again at one point, because they ran a show at that building. But this is a really cool building in Manhattan that is super, super cool to run shows at. So that's where this one is. This is a great one, guys. Tune in 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern.
Hell yeah.
Follow us at Make Me a Fan 316 on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And guess what, guys? We're going to come back and we're going to show this guy, Jay Lethal, versus Jay Briscoe.
He's excited. That makes me excited. So you should be excited, and you should bring your butts back tomorrow at 9. See you guys then.